Hi again everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build video in The Sims 4. Happy Saturday! I hope you're all having the most amazing day ever so far and thank you so much for joining me here today. We're doing a little apartment build today. We're in San Myshuno and we are building in the 2B Jasmine Suites apartment block and we are renovating an apartment for a single dad and his two daughters. I am so thrilled with how this apartment came out and I cannot wait to show you all the process. So as you can see, the floor plan came together very quickly. It's a floor plan that I've never actually done before, so this was really refreshing for me. I wanted to try and keep the apartment very upbeat, very colourful, and kind of like the daughters that are living here, their stuff's kind of taken over. Being a single dad, that's gonna happen. I can imagine that's probably gonna happen, and so I just wanted to keep this apartment really like relaxed, cluttered, and just full of character and full of life. So you'll have to let me know what you think in the comments down below and let me know if you've got a family in mind as to who you might want to move into this apartment. But we do start with the kitchen area here. The open plan sort of floor plan for the kitchen living area works very well. There is not a dining room table in this apartment because I just didn't feel the need to put one in. I figured the Sims could just sit at the island here. They can sit on the sofas that are in the living room. So we do have two 3-seater sofas in the living room, so I thought that would work rather well. And I do add a lot of clutter in this apartment. If you are new to the channel, I absolutely adore clutter. If you are a returning viewer, then you know how much I love clutter. And with my last house speed build, I'll pop a card in the right hand corner for you if I haven't already checked it out. I definitely toned the clutter back, and as much as that was fun and kind of different for me, I definitely wanted to go back to cluttering up my Sims spaces. So this is what we ended up coming up with, so I really hope you like it. I do end up going for this, as I was saying, this super bright and just happy colour scheme, and I wanted to be quite realistic as well, so I'm hoping I achieved that with this. I'm not entirely sure. The single dad and daughter's apartment is something that I have seen floating around on YouTube before, but it's not actually a family dynamic that I've ever explored in an apartment. So I was very excited to be able to do this and love the colour schemes that I've gone for here. I love the warm sort of wood that we went with the flooring. I do end up pairing it with a lot of items from the Parenthood pack, the wallpapers from Parenthood. You'll see various other items throughout the apartment that are also from Parenthood, which I just think works so well. I do end up, I think, making some ever so slight changes off camera because as I was taking my screenshots, there were just little bits niggling here and there that were bothering me. So I decided to adjust them. So I really hope you don't mind with that. But as I was saying, I really wanted the space to be perfect for the dad and then also his two daughters. So you'll see a lot of toys lying around, there's a lot of clutter, there's a lot of like kind of mess, but it's not mess that's offensive, it's mess that I can imagine the dad probably gets a little bit overwhelmed with at times, and he doesn't have any help. I don't really know what the situation is with the dad. I didn't give that too much thought, but he loves his daughters so much. He will do anything for them, and this is where they currently live. I can imagine that when they get older, he'll probably either find a larger apartment in San Myshuno or he will move to a house somewhere like in Willow Creek or Brindleton Bay or something like that. So I think what might be kind of cool is if we did like a storyline in our heads, because I'm not much of a game player myself, especially like when it comes to recording and sharing my content online. But if the dad and the daughters had this apartment, and then when our brand new expansion pack is coming out in the next week or two, growing together, so excited for that, I just gotta say that now. Maybe like he could move to a larger house in the new world that's coming with the new pack, and like we can explore some more gameplay. But if I was super into gameplay, I would definitely consider creating a family to move into this apartment and then live out that storyline that I've just outlined there. But I don't know, it's not for me right now, unfortunately. I'm definitely more focused on building, but I have been thinking about doing like a mini let's play on the channel when the new pack comes out. It's not something that I've decided on for definite right now. I've got so many video ideas bouncing around my head. Let's plays, builds, real-time like world overviews. There are so many ideas, and I haven't been able to get any time off work this time around, unfortunately. We're not really given much notice when we get like early access to the packs, so it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be kind of difficult for me to get the content out, but I do have a plan. I have an outline. I've got some video ideas that I want to try and get done. So I suppose we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm so excited. So it'll be interesting to see how many of you all are excited for this new pack. I think the general consensus like surrounding the community at the moment is that everybody is super excited, and I can't remember the last time the community had this buzz. It's so refreshing to see and to just be a part of, and I think we're all so excited. We've all been wanting, or a lot of us have been wanting, a Generation style pack for quite some time, so it's going to be really, really, really awesome for us to finally have that, and I cannot wait to see more. So yes, anyway, this is the entryway. I do end up adding a stacked washer and dryer in here just because I kind of thought that added a little bit of realism to the apartment. So if you don't have laundry day, then they won't be there. It's no big deal. It's just something that I added because I wanted to. I don't often add washers and dryers to my Sims builds. There isn't really a reason for that. It's just maybe something that I overlook a lot of the time, but I decided to add it in this particular apartment. This is the one and only bathroom. I figured because there were 3 Sims living in this apartment, I didn't really feel the need to add an additional bathroom. Yes, it might be kind of tight, but I think it works really, really well. I think with this bathroom, because there's a lot of items that are really like pink themed, and like they've got cats on them, and like there's unicorns everywhere, I just figured that the daughters were like, come on dad, let us add, like they maybe went shopping one day, right? And they were like, okay, well we need to get all this stuff for the bathroom, and dad was just like, whatever you want. So the bathroom ends up sort of having this lovely sort of childish quality to it. But no, this is dad's room. It's a very, very good size. I actually really like how this turned out, which is very unusual for me because I don't often like my main bedrooms of my builds, but with this one, because I think I already had the family dynamic in mind, and I felt like I knew the Sims, which is really weird because I haven't created these Sims. It's just Sims that I sort of imagined in my own head, and it was really, 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 I can't speak. What's going on? It was really easy for me to sort of put this room together, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I decided to do this room before the girls' room because I was thinking that this wasn't going to turn out too well, but I surprised myself. I really did surprise myself. So it's not like groundbreaking or anything like that, but it's super, I just think it's really nice. And I do end up giving the dad like a built-in wardrobe sort of situation here. I don't know if you noticed, but the floor plan did change ever so slightly at the beginning there, because I was initially thinking that I was going to give him like a really small ensuite, and then I decided to move that tiny room that I put in here and then put it in the corner so that I could give him a built-in wardrobe, which I just think works a little bit better. And then he does also have a TV in here because in my mind the daughters are children is what I was thinking. Maybe one's a teen, one's a child. I didn't necessarily think that they were twins, although when I uploaded this to the gallery, in my head I was thinking, okay, maybe they could be twins. So I believe on the gallery it's called single dad and twin daughter, or single dad and daughter apartment. I don't think the twin came anywhere in that, so I don't know why I even bothered mentioning it. Anyway, so I didn't necessarily think that they were twins. I just figured that they were sisters. So perhaps one's a slightly older child, or one's a teen, or whatever. I didn't really give too much thought into the age there, but they're both definitely at least children. So they're not toddlers or anything like that, because obviously there's no toddler beds in here, right? So that wouldn't make sense. I was then thinking that like maybe I could do 3 daughters and put 3 daughters in here, and then I'm like, no, now I'm going too far, because I wanted there to be enough space for them to play. I wanted to give them a desk with a computer on, and I just wanted this space to be utilized to its absolute best. And I figured that the way to do that was to just have the 2 daughters in here. So If you do have a third daughter, then you can definitely put one in here, but that was sort of my family dynamic that I had in mind. But I love the colour scheme that I chose for this room. It's a colour scheme that I've probably done before, just being honest, because I think at this point I've exhausted pretty much all the colour schemes for children's rooms because I love doing kids' rooms. But I really did enjoy doing this room. I added a lot of items from the high school years pack, as you can see here, and I just think it works so well. This is definitely the kind of room that I would have wanted when I was growing up, so you'll have to let me know what you think. I use a lot of items from some of the kits just to clutter everything up, and then this is the desk that I was referring to earlier. Then they get a bookshelf as well, but that is pretty much it for this build. Super short and sweet this time. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments down below, but you can grab this apartment from the gallery right now. My origin ID is RachelPedd. Tray files, as always, are linked down in the description box below. You can get them for free from Sim File Share. But thank you so much everyone for joining me here today. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you all next time I post a video. Bye.